Thank you to Sephora for sponsoring this video. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today is a very exciting day, even more so than usual, because I love doing videos that are so enthusiastically requested, and that's absolutely the case for today's review. The new Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 tinted sunscreen. So you could think of it as a foundation tinted moisturizer with SPF in it. They're calling it a tinted sunscreen. The shade range is beautiful. The formula, as I've swatched it, seems really, really great, but we're going to do a wear test today. So I have the shade 15 Melrose, and we are going to just move you guys in, put this on. I'm going to use as much Tower 28 as I possibly can today, and then we will get to all the claims and everything, and then I will take this for a spin for my whole day and let you guys know my final thoughts at the end. So let's go ahead and jump in. Appropriately, we've been blessed with a very sunny day, so the lighting is gorgeous. I hope that it translates in the actual shot. I'm not sure what my framing is doing. Hey! I hope you guys liked my hair being down, because that was it. So, let's do this. I already just did my skincare, and that did include a chemical sunscreen. I've heard that chemical sunscreens and physical sunscreens sometimes cancel one another out or something. I don't know the science behind that, but it's just force of habit. It's part of my skincare routine. And yeah, this does have instructions on it's like, oh, you know, apply it with a sponge or whatever. And I did dampen a sponge in preparation for it, but I just wanted to see how it went on. The answer is it feels like skincare. Like, it goes on immaculately well. Just an amazing, quick application. And you know, you could easily argue that like that is a last step in your skincare routine that has a little enough tint to it that you could wear it without any other makeup, and it does claim to be buildable. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by the fact that I wear, I think this is the third lightest shade, and yet the shade range goes so deep, and it goes deep really soon, which is great. You know, it's how many shades? I'll have to look. I looked earlier and it just completely has left my brain. Wow. I mean, that was really fast. Let's just see on a sponge here if I can get this to layer over my freckles a little bit. Not that I think my freckles need to be covered, it's just a good visual demonstration. Yeah, I mean, we're talking medium at best, but it does dry down and give you the ability to build a little bit of that coverage. I had an itch on my face, so it's all red. I will also say, I think that that's a really lovely shade match. It's kind of like the Glossier in the sense that it's such sheer coverage that I could probably have gotten away with like any of the first three shades, but that's what it looks like. Beautiful dewiness. Let's turn this down. There we go. It's dewy, but it's not tacky. And I did not need to pull the sponge out. I think that this could lend itself to anyone's preferred way of applying their makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and put some concealer and color corrector on with you guys in real time, and then I will do a zoom through of the rest of my makeup so that this isn't like an eternal video with the check-ins and everything. So yeah, it was something that we talked about on my channel not that long ago, where I was like, it would be really cool if people put out, if brands put out a tinted SPF for like shade ranges of that. And then this just kind of appeared. I promise I was not made aware of this before it was coming out. And I understand that there is, I kind of roasted myself because I need to find my concealer. Look what Kosas today. What color is that? That's 1.5. Yeah, we'll go with 1.5 just because it's super, super close to my skin tone. Anyway, I kind of roasted myself and said, you know, did I think I just invented a CC cream? Because that's basically what a CC cream is. But this actually makes me a believer in the fact that there is a difference. This is truly a tinted sunscreen in the sense that it has like so little coverage. But I also know that for melanated skin, there are specific brands that cater to melanated skin, but a lot of them are tinted because by definition, zinc is so like blue-white. I do feel like we are still a little bit blown out. I want you guys to really, like, as flattering as it is, I still want you guys to be able to see detail. There we go. I decided to wax poetic about the entire world of sunscreen just now, but in the meantime, I've made something a little bit more perfected happen. Now I'm gonna zoom through the rest of my makeup using all the Tower 28 blushes, and we're gonna go with West Coast, because I'm not sure you guys have ever seen me use this one in the Bronzino, and you know, I'll do a little look here and there, and we'll come back and chat claims. So this is what I ended up with. We had a little bit of a mishap with my lashes. I'm having anxiety about them as we speak. I kind of reached up to try to adjust my eyeshadow after I put my mascara on. Rookie mistake. Okay, let's go on the website and see what the claims are and chat all the colors, all the colors and whatnot. 14 shades. This is the cutie little component, and you get to see the actual, you know, shade of the makeup right there on the front. That isn't clear. It's printed. That color is printed, but it is printed for every single color. $30, 14 shades, says, Mom wised up on a Monday morning and grabbed some glasses. A 2-in-1 mineral sunscreen foundation with broad spectrum UVA, UVB, SPF 30 protection. Sunny Days evens redness, combats blue light pollution, and soothes UV stressed skin while maintaining a natural finish so your freckles, moles, and real skin can have their moment in the sun. Extra exciting, Sunny Days is the first and only complexion makeup with the National Eczema Association's seal of acceptance. Something that's near to their hearts, I believe, because the SOS spray has the same thing. Alcohol-free, fragrance-free, and safe for sensitive and problematic skin, dermatologist-tested, non-comedogenic, gluten-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. 14 flexible shades with light, medium buildable coverage, natural finish, no white cast or oxidation. As we can see, non-nano zinc oxide 100% mineral sunscreen filter to help protect from UVA, UVB damage and suitable for sensitive skin. Has prickly pear, reparative and helps protect from blue light pollution. White sage, anti-inflammatory and helps neutralize free radicals from the sun. Also, you're just smudging your environment, you know? That white sage, just getting all the bad vibes out. It's just what I think. Aloe vera soothes and calms UV stressed skin. And yes, I do. I'm gonna put the shade range up on the screen because I don't even want to say, but it's like the deep shades seem to start almost at like the top 8 colors. So it's like half or more than half are deep, which is phenomenal. It's just really, really good. So this is going to be something that hopefully is more accommodating than a lot of other tinted SPFs and sunscreens for people with melanated skin. Phenomenal. Sunny Days packaging is made from 60% PCR, aka recycled plastic, to help divert waste from landfills and reduce the end user responsibility associated with recyclable or compostable materials. I understand that it's not perfect and not everybody has control over every single stage of the supply chain, but just that language that says reduce end user responsibility. To me, that says that they're listening. I did want to look at the ingredients. So it's zinc oxide 12.6%. So if you did want to build this up to the level that you are accustomed to wearing with your regular SPF, you are going to get very, very good SPF protection. SPF protection, that's like ATM machine. You know what I mean, sun protection. There's no dimethicone in this. I'm looking for any owns. Oh, well, undertones came up. But yeah, I am not sure, it doesn't claim to be silicone free, but it doesn't have like dimethicone as like the top or anything like that. And the way that it looks on my skin behaves in such a lightweight way. I guess it must just be the mineral pigment. It's not like the Ilia, for example. The Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint it stays so dewy and slippy on your skin, and this just doesn't. It's wild. And I was able to powder it just a little bit without it getting gummy or looking heavy. It didn't grab the powder, and that's with their cream cheeks too. So it's just really, really an intelligent formula that wears really lightly on the skin. It just does what it says it's gonna do. I think that that's the main thing, right? It's why we read the claims. It's like, does it stack up to what it's claiming? Absolutely. And it did build, like I said, it's not going to go to like full coverage or anything like that, but you can build it a little bit. I think that the thing, just first impressions that I like the most about this is that if you want to wear it like makeup, you can, but if you want to put this all over your face and that be it, you don't, like I said, look like you're wearing half of a face of makeup. And the fact that it is, you know, approved for not just like sensitive skin, but like eczema prone skin. So that's really lovely too. I love using their SOS spray because it seems like it's actually so good for my skin. Like it does a really, really good job of like keeping my skin uninflamed. And if a foundation, quote unquote, is going to do that, then that's phenomenal too. So we're going to take one little close up here and then we'll hop into the wear test. But this is really my ideal makeup so far. As far as a base is concerned, sure, sometimes I want a foundation to do a little bit more heavy lifting than this in terms of like getting coverage so that I don't have to work harder with the concealer. But for a really everyday lightweight face, which is what I think a lot of people come to my channel for, this really hits the marks, but we will see how she wears. I am going to go about my day. I have to go get my nails done. I have to, I know, but like that's why there's a band-aid on my fingers because this nail is about to just like pop off and anyway. So I'll be wearing a mask throughout all of that. You guys will get to see how this wears with a mask. I have absolutely no expectation that it's going to just like be long wearing and stay put through that, but we will see what the, you know, the wear in is like with that. I'll probably do some yoga today. It's not exactly hot yoga, but I'll do some check-ins on my vlog camera throughout the day so that you see before that and then after that. And then I will do one final thoughts check-in for you guys. I will say I'm going into this with really high hopes because I really enjoy the way that it looks. So yeah, I will see you guys at the end of my day. Hello. It's been 4 hours since I put this makeup on and I wanted to do a little check-in with you guys because I just got my nails done. Yay! Got them a lot shorter. Just feels a lot safer. But you can see that we have lost some blush just because I was wearing a mask and I kind of, you know, put it on, take it off. That's how these things work. And this is mostly a cream face of makeup, and so it's not going to be touch proof. But the thing that I noticed even in like my rear view mirror in my car, the first thing that came to my mind was this looks like skin. And not because it's worn off. It has definitely like a blurring quality to it. You can tell that it's better than skin, but it is the most skin finish thing I've ever used. It is so just undetectable, but also, you know, you wear things on your face for a reason, right? It's nourishing and it does help kind of hide the blemishes and whatnot. We're not having any kind of makeup breakup. Now granted, it is a chilly day, obviously. Oh, and I also reapplied my lip gloss because as soon as it gets dry, my lips start suffering. So that's where I've been at. But like, you know, in the same conditions, you would expect my under eyes and everything to also be suffering, but not only has everything really like stayed really bright, but it's also cooperating really well. I really just don't have any complaints. I just more like want to show you guys up close like what this looks like. Coverage level, my errant mustache hairs, the actual texture on my skin in natural light. Because, you know, I'm like reaching up and touching my nose. You know, my nose runs all the time. When I did, I probably rubbed some off of the end of my nose, but there's no like line of demarcation. The thing that I would say is that it's wearing in like I expected it to, and that was what I was the most curious about, was like, how is this gonna wear in? Because you don't expect anything like this to look exactly like it did when you put it on as you wear it. The thing that I noticed kind of as I was editing the beginning of that video and stuff and just kind of working at my computer, after a couple of hours, I liked it even more than when I first put it on. It wore in like a really beautiful, luminous, even way that I just don't notice on my skin at all, as far as like feeling it, like my face feeling it. You know, I am at this point willing to just say I don't think that anything disastrous is gonna happen, but in about an hour I'm going to do yoga. And I will check in with you guys after I do yoga to, you know, show you guys. That will be kind of like an outlier test of whether like sweat and stuff like that is gonna make it break up in a really, really gnarly way. It'll be like a worst case scenario test, and just see, you know, aside from kind of blotchy blush and things like that, whether or not it can withstand that kind of thing, or whether it just kind of wears off in a really, you know, chill, not that noticeable way. Also, one more thing worth noting, glasses wearers, look at that. I mean, that's about the best you can ask for when it comes to like the little nose cushions sitting there all that time. And there's no like really, really obvious disturbance of the product, you know? Hey guys, so it is the end of my day and I'm calling this my final check-in. I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts. It will feel like right after this to you, but I'm gonna film them tomorrow because I have to get going and pick up my little guy. But let's go ahead, turn up my f-stop here. Yeah, so we can get some more detail. All right, so like I said, yoga is going to be like exercising, laying my face down on carpet, because yes, I don't have, I mean, I have a yoga mat, but I don't use a yoga mat when it doesn't matter. My face has touched carpet. That's all you really need to know. So, you know, it's naturally gonna like rub things off. I literally have animal hair on my face. Our relatable queen, right? But yeah, okay, so wearing my glasses all day, and then you can kind of see like this is one of the spots on my face where things tend to gather, and like it's definitely still there, but it's not gathering badly or like particulating. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm like out of breath. You can tell it came off of my chin right here, but I feel like since it's so sheer, but also the finish is so skin-like, it just has this perfect kind of gradient to it. And I just really like the low stakesness of that, you know? There's just something really nice about knowing that with mask wearing and reaching up and touching our faces in the winter and stuff like that, that this is not going to sell you out, even under the gnarliest conditions, like, you know, going and doing yoga. So I do actually really also appreciate how it worked together with everything else that I used today, including my skincare and everything. And even though, I mean, obviously you're going to see freckles and stuff, like that's part of the claims, is, you know, to let your skin shine through. Everything is just a little bit more perfected, even under like literally what is stuck to my face, under the conditions that I've been through today. So I will throw to future Kackie for final thoughts in a more visually pleasing environment before I just run off at the mouth. Hello! It's been a couple of days since that wear test, and I've had the chance to wear this a couple more times. Went a little bit fuller glam with it today, just so you guys could see what that looks like, and I'm here to deliver my final thoughts now on the Tower 28 Sunny Days. This is quite lovely, especially for what it's aiming to do. There are a lot of skin tints out there that just kind of rush to the middle, but it's rare that you find a really good SPF, like with an effective amount of SPF in it, with a shade range that's this informed, and also it wears so beautifully and in such a versatile way as a makeup. It's just a really good like go-to. I know that there are so many people who have been eagerly awaiting my review on this, and that for those people I really, really owe you not just like an up or down, but whether or not this is more excellent than a lot of the other things that are out there. And I just think that for someone who this is like one of their only complexion items, their only foundation items, it is such a multitasking product. I love the finish on the skin. It's so skin-like. I love the wear time. It does such a good job of wearing in. Like I said, it looked really beautiful after a couple of hours. Like I really glowed. It was just this beautiful luminosity, super hydrating for my dry skin. And it kind of keeps that blur all day, even as it's wearing in, or in my case, wearing off as I was rubbing my face on carpet. All that to say, I think that this is a total home run. I think that Tower 28 has been so measured with their releases, and they just kind of grow when they're absolutely 150% sure and confident about a new formula that they're releasing. And I just think that this is yet another case of Tower 28 not being in a hurry to keep up with all the other stuff coming out because they wanted this to be perfect. And for the customer who wants a lightweight SPF mineral, you know, physical SPF tinted moisturizer that has pretty darn good wear time, cooperates with everything else that you might put with it, you know, skincare or different makeup or anything like that. It's not sludgy, it's not too dewy, it's not going to pick up powder and look weird. It doesn't stay kind of like oily, greasy, sticky on the skin. It has a beautiful dry down, and the shade range is awesome. I don't know how much more there is to say about it. So I really, really enjoy this, and I've been wearing it ever since. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful for you guys to feel as much like you have experienced the product as you possibly can, and that it could help and inform your decision-making process in the best way possible. That's what I always want, is to make useful videos. So thank you to you guys for watching. So if you did enjoy this and found it helpful, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. There will be links to everything that I used today down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.